Just wild. My name is David Kamau, and of course, I was about to, take you through this story last week on Friday, but I happened to, be a little bit busy, and I never ended up sharing this story. So this is a very, very funny story because of folks who find happiness in very bizarre things, literally bizarre. So there's this guy who actually wears this what do you call this thing? This thing called the this, like, it's a doll thing, like it's a doll thing that you put on yourself, like ni kama uvae dolia, like, so this guy wears a doll specifically of a dog. So kidol kitu kikubwa kinakaa a puppy, like, so this guy finds happiness in staying as a puppy, like akaya tu hivi kama kidoli, like amevaa hicho kitu hivyo tu, like sasa, like for example of me having that thing of having a dog, and that's some he finds happiness in that, like living as a puppy, which is actually one of the craziest things that you probably can ever see of somebody. You walk around as a puppy, you do things as a puppy, you eat as a what? I mean, this is some wild stuff happening in this world. So here's another one. There's a guy who only eats raw meat. Raw meat. Yeah, you have to specify the raw. I might start saying he eats low meat, and people wondering, can people eat lows? Anyway, he eats raw meat, and of course, I mean, how on earth do you even start eating raw? Like, he's a carnivore, and he has eaten that for so many years. He has eaten for like 10 years, over 10 years, eating raw meat. Raw meat. You eat raw meat for over 10 years. Anyway, I mean, there are some wild stuff happening in this world that are actually really, really wild. I mean, I don't get it sometimes. How on earth do you even eat raw meat? Where do you even start eating raw meat, my friend? Raw meat. Raw meat. I mean, I can't strain enough. But here's a funny one, yeah? How long have you ever taken before you probably took a shower? For me, I'd say a good. When I was in high school, I've never finished a whole week. That one, I'm gonna be honest. Like, when I was in high school, there was a time I actually finished a whole week. Hey, now high school. There was a time I'm gonna give this story probably later. Of course, as we give some wild stuff that probably happened in high school, I'm gonna be telling you, like, just how I finished a whole week. But apart from that, this person, tell me on the comment section how long you've taken before you've gotten a shower. So there's this person who've not showered for, guess what? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 10 years, but 6 decades. This person has never showered for 6 decades. Like, half a century plus a decade. 6 decades. 60 years down the line, this person have never seen water. He's an 87-year-old. He has not showered in 67 years. He spends his days isolated. He says the water, can bring him sickness. He can't take a shower because the water is going to bring... Wait, 60 years. Like, maybe water kills people. He's 87 years old. 67 years. He's not showered. Still alive. Still rocking. Maybe water will bring him sickness. Maybe water kill. If you're thinking what I'm thinking. Anyway, talking about someone who doesn't clean himself. This one takes us to a girl who refuses to spend and eats just he's gonna go. Probably, wacha nipeane example. Like, uamue utaspend. This is a girl who doesn't spend. So she decides, so natoka hapa leo niende place kama, whatever. What's a good place you can say, for example? Yeah? So anaenda like kwa dustbins, anaokota food stuff. So anachukua kama ni food zenye mmeacha, anakula hizo stuff zenye mmebakisha, kama mmetupa kitu tu hivyo, hizo ndizo vitu anachukuanga. So she never spends her entire life. She never spends. So all she does is just use her money. Maybe, probably, I don't know, doing even what, because she gets the food from the bins, so she doesn't spend. So that girl, she finds happiness in not literally spending for anything, getting into the dustbin, taking stuff, getting things that nyinyi watu umetupa, and that's how she literally survives. For so many years, she survived without, ever buying stuff and spending any of her money. She spent a lot of years doing that. Now, I mean, these things are wild. So let's go to a story of a farmer who just finds happiness in farming that he never sleeps. This person has never slept since 1972. He only takes naps. Like he can't find sleep since 1972. We are in 2022. He's never found sleep. That's 50 years down the line. Never found sleep. Wow. That's just wild. Sometimes I tend just to think about how possible some things are, and it just drives me crazy, just the thought of it being possible. I'm trying to imagine how you've not slept for what? 50 years? 50 years, you've not... My name's Dil Kamau. This is just wild. And we are all time favorite.